You are one of those few creators who is very vocal on her social media platform about therapy.
Yeah.
Talks about it, swears by it, and says anybody who needs it should seek it.
Yeah.
Tell me, how has therapy helped you? Like, what changes has it brought to your professional or personal life?
That's what I meant na, like अभी पिछले whatever 2-3 years में I feel like finally I've become like a Yashaswini that I like, and it little bit stems from the fact that I at some point realized I needed to go do therapy. And it doesn't have to come from a big panic attack, or it doesn't have to come from my initial want to go to therapy was simply because I wanted to move out of the house.
Okay.
I only I thought the only way I could move out of the house was if I moved to another country to study or do something. But then at the same time, I didn't know what I would study, and then the money and all of that. And and it was creating so much friction at home. So I wanted to do therapy to just talk about this and figure out and just like have somebody to help me detangle life. And the funny thing is, I did one session with her and I didn't like her and I stopped. And then the next year, like it took me, I went back after a whole
बाप रे,
year.
एक साल.
एक साल के बाद, uh, the breakup happened. And
Woo!
that's when I realized, and actually also more because we were in lockdown. And I didn't want to burden anybody I knew, like my friends and family, with it because I felt like I had too big feelings that I couldn't honestly let go of with family. Because I would constantly be too aware of the fact that they know the person, they know this, they know that. So I was like, oh, the only way to go through with this was to go to therapy. And my first few sessions would just be me just bawling. And we would talk about things.
बस
But
तू जा रही है और रो रही है.
I would cry about something that's been happening, and she would talk to me. That's talk therapy. And
Okay.
she would explain some things that I was going through. Like if I was questioning myself, if I was questioning the way that I was thinking, then like a couple of months in, I would be like, I didn't expect that this would still affect me, but it still does. And like, why am I still breaking down about this? And she showed me the concept about like how we feel like we're going round and round. Like, but if you look at it from a different, like if you move the camera to make it a three-dimensional image, it may seem like you're going round, but you're actually going somewhere. Like it's not exactly the same. Like you're going up, right, left, somewhere. But otherwise, you feel like you're constantly stuck in that same spot. So just hearing those simple suggestions also was enough, at least in my case, to recalibrate whatever like anxiety or grief or self doubt that was happening at the time. तो और वो सब करके जो जो एक तरह का रीअश्योरेंस मिलता है ना खुद से कि हम कर सकते हैं खुद को हैंडल या खुद को फिक्स कर सकते, फिक्स एज इन टूटे हुए इसलिए फिक्स नहीं, फिक्स एज इन कुछ खराब हुआ है तो उसको मलहम लगा के हील कर
Also,
सकते हैं.
like trying to find, like you said, I wouldn't say a better version, but a version of you that you like. बाकी लोग को छोड़ दो यार.
And that was also a very vital thing because, like you said, सबसे छोटी at home, very morally specific headspace kind of upbringing. So for me, it was, I always tried to stick to it, but there was a part of me who didn't want to. And if I would want to feed that part of me, it came with a lot of stress and fear कि मतलब पर घर पे कैसे क्या सोचेंगे. Like I don't have to explain this to you because same family. But that really helped, like therapy really helped deal with all of that because it just makes you feel like यार जीना तो तुमको है, ये शरीर में तो रहना तुमको है. And also one thing that was out of my control but that helped me is that age kept increasing now. So now I can just be like, I'm almost 30. Can you not try to dictate how I should think or how I should be or how I should feel? Like you can trust your, in like if we're talking about like family, and then I would tell my parents like trust your upbringing. You've given us a value system. We've lived exactly that value system growing up, and now we're tweaking it for it to work for whatever it is that I'm supposed to do on this planet.
Also, time and era has also changed ना, तो थोड़ा
So
modification
much.
जरूरी है.
बहुत ज़रूरी है. And that's the first thing I would tell everybody when I started doing therapy, that it's important to unlearn some things when you reach a certain age.
वाह.
बहुत जोर से, क्योंकि ओनली देन विल यू रियलाइज कि अरे यार कितना स्कोप बढ़ा है. क्योंकि बचपन में मैं बहुत ऐसा स्पेसिफिक पाथवे मेरे को लगता था जीना चाहिए और जिया है, एंड उससे स्टीयर करने में बहुत डर लगता था. वो इमेजिनेशन भी नहीं पॉसिबल था, बहुत उससे स्ट्रेस भी होता था. तो दैट्स व्हाट चेंज्ड आई गेस.
And I'm no expert, but from whatever discussions I've had with a couple of friends, and especially Yashaswini, like मेरे को उसके बारे में यही लगता है कि थेरेपी के सिनेरियो में समटाइम्स इवन इफ यू आर डीलिंग विद स्टफ, हम लोग को बचपन से क्या सिखाया गया है, इन क्राइसिस ऑलवेज टर्न टू फैमिली, फैमिली फर्स्ट, या फिर इन आवर केसेस लाइक आर क्लोजली फॉर्म्ड सर्कल ऑफ फ्रेंड्स. बट वॉट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज कभी कभी जिस तरीके का प्रॉब्लम तुमको है, दे आर नॉट इक्विप्ड टू डील विद दैट प्रॉब्लम. कितना ही उनके साथ दारू पी लोगे और कितना ही बोल दोगे मैं समझता हूं, और कितना ही तुम बोल दोगे रो रो के उनके सामने, यू विल स्टिल बी द सेम इन 1 वीक, बिकॉज उनके पास है ही नहीं वो सोल्यूशन. वो लोग प्रोफेशनली इक्विप्ड नहीं है. तो हेल्प चाहिए तो चाहिए.
दैट्स व्हाई लाइक थोड़ा थोड़ा बद्दू. सो यू शुड हैव समबडी whose literal job is to care about your feelings.
Correct.
You should also obviously be close to your friends and family enough that you can turn to them, but it's not their job, and it's not something that they're going to be fully sure that they'll come through to you. So like a good balance of that. Like now I haven't seen my therapist in a couple of months, and I'm not saying it's because of everything being great, बट आई जस्ट फील लाइक वो जो टूल किट मेरे को उससे निकालना था फिलहाल के लिए हो गया है.
नहीं, और ऑल्सो इट्स नॉट देख, किसी किसी को लगता है कि उनको लाइफ टाइम थेरेपी करना है क्योंकि उनको अच्छा लगता है.
हाँ.
अभी पॉइंट क्या है, तुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उन्होंने तेरे को तेरे बारे में दे हैव टॉट यू अ सिस्टम इन विच यशस्विनी फंक्शंस.
करेक्ट.
सो इफ दैट सिस्टम कैन बी रन बाय यू विदाउट अ chaos going on, then why not? Yashaswini is managing. I love talking about like in third person.
यश भगवान है.
बट दिस इज गुड. सो अभी ये बोला जा सकता है कि देख कंप्लीटली हील तो कोई नहीं होता है, बट ये बोला जा सकता है कि मेंटली यू आर इन अ बेटर स्पेस, एंड अभी लाइक इन केस यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट something new in terms of a relationship or any kind of involvement, you are in a better space.
Yeah, the thing is I feel like what happened in my case was there was like a massive, and I feel like everybody के life में आता है, you have to go through a little bit of an evolution where you do shed a skin, you do change the way you look at the world and everything. Some people have it multiple times in their life, some people have it maybe once, like these milestone phases I'm talking about. So I feel like for me it was that, like I had to go through this sort of introspection cycle and everything to become a foundational Yashaswini that I can now build upon. Like I'm finally a person that is 80% I am aware of where the source material is from. Like ऐसा autopilot में नहीं चल रहा है, तो उतने के लिए काफ़ी है. And then now when I start like I'm still trying to build Yashaswini, so now I'm also speaking in third person. When that next level happens, I'll probably need to check back in and get some more info out of her. The thing is, I used to see her ऐसा 2 month के gap में भी also, because I felt like it's also nice to just have them updated so that you don't have to worry about कि यार मेरे को सब बताना पड़ेगा जब भी कुछ होएगा. तो मैं ऐसे it's like I would do it as a regular normal practice also, just like to talk and hang.
This is nice.
And I love my therapist.
Aww.
She's very nice. I won't tell you who it is.